Do you believe in ghosts? In the shadows that linger when the sun goes down? What if I told you there are places in this world where the line between the living and the dead is paper thin? Tonight, we're venturing into the heart of darkness, to haunted locations that have terrified those who dared to visit. From ancient inns in England to cursed islands in Italy, these are places where legends come to life and fear becomes real. Ready to face your fears? Let's begin our journey. The ancient Ram Inn, England. Our first stop takes us to the quiet village of Watton-under-Edge, Gloucestershire. But there's nothing quiet about the horrors that lie within the ancient Ram Inn. Built in 1145, this isn't just a quaint bed and breakfast. It's a place steeped in the dark arts, linked to pagan rituals, witchcraft, and tales of child sacrifice. Visitors have reported everything from icy touches on their skin to the unsettling feeling of being watched by unseen eyes. Some say it's the most haunted house in England, a gateway to something sinister. Would you dare spend a night here? Chateau de Brissac, France. From the dark corners of England, we travel to the Loire Valley in France, where the majestic Chateau de Brissac hides a deadly secret. Behind its elegant facade lies the chilling tale of the Green Lady, the restless spirit of a murdered noblewoman who haunts these halls. Dressed in a green gown, she's been spotted wandering through the corridors, her hollow eyes fixed on those who cross her path. But it's not just her apparition that terrifies visitors. Some report hearing anguished wails in the dead of night, a cry for justice that has gone unanswered for centuries. Would you follow her through these haunted halls? The Stanley Hotel, USA next, we cross the Atlantic to the United States, where the Stanley Hotel in Colorado has become a beacon for those who seek the paranormal. If this place looks familiar, that's because it inspired Stephen King's The Shining. But the horror isn't confined to fiction. Guests who've stayed in room 217 have reported lights flickering on and off, belongings moving on their own, and an unseen presence watching them as they sleep. The hotel's corridors echo with ghostly laughter, believed to come from children who never checked out. Shadowy figures are glimpsed at the edge of vision, vanishing before you can be sure of what you've seen. But the question remains, will you survive a night at the Stanley Hotel, or will you become part of its haunted history? Poveglia Island, Italy. Our journey now takes a darker turn as we approach Poveglia Island, hidden away in the Venetian lagoon. Once used as a quarantine station for plague victims, and later as an asylum for the mentally ill, this island has seen more death than most places on Earth. Thousands of tortured souls are said to haunt its abandoned ruins. Visitors report feelings of overwhelming dread and the sensation of being watched from the shadows. Paranormal investigators have captured voices on tape, voices that beg for help or scream in agony. The locals won't step foot on Poveglia, and even the bravest of explorers have left in terror. Perhaps some places are meant to be left forgotten. Aokigahara Forest, Japan. Now, we enter a place shrouded in both beauty and tragedy. Aokigahara Forest, nestled at the base of Mount Fuji in Japan. Known as the Suicide Forest, this dense woodland has a dark reputation. It is said that the souls of those who have taken their lives here remain trapped, forever wandering the forest, unable to find peace. Locals speak of yurei, vengeful spirits, whose sorrowful cries can be heard echoing through the trees. Many who enter the forest report an overwhelming sense of sadness, and some have claimed they were followed by unseen presences. The haunting silence of Aokigahara is more than just an absence of sound. It's the weight of the lost souls who call this forest home. Banff Springs Hotel, Canada. In the heart of the Canadian Rockies lies Banff Springs Hotel, an opulent retreat known for its luxurious accommodations and its ghostly residents. Often called Canada's most haunted hotel, it's home to a tragic bride who died on her wedding day. Guests have reported seeing her spectral figure, still in her wedding dress, drifting down the grand staircase. But she's not alone. The ghost of a former bellman, Sam, is said to continue his duties in the afterlife, appearing to guests only to vanish the moment they try to tip him. From phantom figures to unexplained noises, the Banff Springs Hotel is a place where the past refuses to be forgotten. Would you spend the night here? The Myrtles Plantation, USA. We return to the United States, deep in the heart of Louisiana, to the infamous Myrtles Plantation. Known as one of America's most haunted homes, this historic plantation is the site of numerous tragedies and ghostly encounters. The most famous spirit here is that of Chloe, a former slave who was allegedly poisoned by her fellow slaves after a tragic mistake. Her apparition, often seen wearing a green turban, is said to haunt the grounds. But she's not alone. The spirits of children, believed to be the victims of Chloe's poisoned cake, are also seen playing on the verandas and in the hallways. Strange occurrences like unexplained handprints, moving furniture, and phantom footsteps have left visitors and paranormal investigators alike questioning what truly happened at the Myrtles Plantation. Would you dare spend a night here, surrounded by the restless dead? The Eastern State Penitentiary, USA. Our final stop brings us to Philadelphia, where the haunting echoes of Eastern State Penitentiary still linger. This once notorious prison was designed to house inmates in complete isolation, a practice that drove many to madness. Abandoned in the 1970s, the prison is now a decaying ruin, but its dark history remains very much alive. Visitors report hearing disembodied whispers, footsteps, and even the sound of cell doors slamming shut on their own. The spirit of Al Capone, who was imprisoned here, is rumored to still roam the cell block, tormented by the ghosts of those he wronged. Paranormal investigators have captured chilling evidence of ghostly figures, including shadowy apparitions and faces appearing in photographs where no one was standing. The penitentiary's haunted reputation has only grown with time, making it one of the most frightening places in America. Would you dare walk through these haunted halls, where the past never truly lets go? From the haunted forests of Japan to the eerie halls of castles and hotels, we've seen just a glimpse of the places where the dead refuse to rest. These locations are more than just destinations. They're stories, echoes of lives cut short, and reminders that some mysteries can never be fully understood. Have you ever experienced the paranormal? Or maybe you've visited one of these haunted locations? Share your stories with us in the comments below. We'd love to hear your chilling encounters. If you've enjoyed this dark journey, don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more terrifying tales and haunted places. Hit that notification bell so you'll never miss an episode of our spine-chilling explorations. Until next time, stay curious, stay safe, and remember, some places are better left unexplored, because you never know what might be waiting in the shadows.